I mean, you can't just put that wherever you want. You have to ask permission first. I mean, it's a parking lot. So,
parking lot. Yes.
Yeah,
Is that what they call it these days?
yeah.
That's what the kids call it.
The
Yeah.
kids are like, sir, do you have a dump truck? I'm like,
Yeah. Do you
I'm
like to
not
angle
going
park
there,
or do you like
dude.
to back it in? I don't know.
Well,
It's
what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Flannel Panel. We have a fun, possibly chaotic show today. I'm excited for it. I think it's just going to be a lot of chaos. Troy's riding high from last night.
Little hair of the dog.
There we go. Ty's getting roofied by his wife.
Apparently, that's the rumor.
And
good
we got
for you,
Corey.
by the way. Well,
Way to keep it spicy.
yeah.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
What did we do last night?
Yeah, there's TikTok channels about that, about how to keep your marriage spicy. So that's and that just does all roofies all the time. So go time.
Yeah.
I unfortunately had to get a TikTok this week. Like
What?
I fought it for so long, and
Well, you figured after they flew the spy balloon over, they already know your secrets, so you might as well just go ahead and join.
it's just cave, just go with it. Yeah.
So they,
I mean,
the spy balloon literally flew over Kansas. I was joking about it Friday morning on the morning show.
Yeah.
But hey, there's a Chinese spy balloon flying over because it's 1965 and they don't have other technology. And then it flew over Kansas City like later on the day, Friday. I was like, holy shit, if I'd have known that, I'd have been tracking that thing like NORAD tracking Santa Claus as a bit. That would have been hilarious. The South Dakota police, because it crashed off they shot it down outside of Myrtle Beach.
right.
Right. They put out a bulletin on their social media to tell people don't shoot at it. I'm like, it's like 30,000 feet. Like, what kind of choke do you have in that 12 gauge to reach? Like,
12 gauge.
I need to know.
Let's play skeet. Yeah.
So,
I mean, I know a few people that may be able to take a shot at it, but it's not with
yeah,
your
with like a 50
conventional-
cal.
That's
trying
that.
to shoot it down
Like ballistically, that'd be an interesting
straight
thought.
up.
Yeah.
The problem is that they have to return.
Gravity hurts.
The F. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I watch a YouTube gun guy, whatever, called Brandon Herrera, and he does it's basically epic fails, and he reviews the epic fails. A lot of it's like Middle Eastern weddings where they have the AK. And they're just like full auto, and it's like and it blows all the way around and like whatnot. He's like, well, that guy didn't live, and it's a funny, like, well, it's funny. I don't know, morbidly funny. But
So I'm not a big conspiracy theory guy, right? In fact, I'm not a conspiracy theory guy for the most part. But like, didn't it seem like they wanted us to shoot it down? Like, it's slowly floating over the entire United States.
Doing
Right?
circles.
Yeah, you're like, I feel like I'm being baited in here, right? Like, this is just a slow floating thing that's like, please shoot me over the top.
well, Canada's just like, what did we miss out on, guys? Where's our balloon?
Right?
Yeah.
They're all down at
China.
Timmy Hortons drinking coffee, going, "Hey, there's a fucking balloon flying over America."
What's that?
Yeah, because at one point I heard it was headed towards Canada. Did it not make it up there? Did it take
It got cold. Yeah, shrinks a
made it
bit.
left at Albuquerque?
Yeah, nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
They know all of our secrets.
Well, yeah, that was that was even announced, right? Like they're like, "Oh, the satellites probably already saw it all already." I'm like, okay, whatever. So yeah, it seemed like we were supposed to shoot it down. It was like antagonistic, like when your little brother reaches over the line of the back seat, like, "I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you."
I thought Patrick Swayze might come back to life and Red Dawn start.
That would be interesting. Maybe that was what they were supposed to shoot it down for, and then that's what causes zombiness.
Yeah.
Like COVID-7 or something shows up. I don't know. It's spooky. Andrew West said it flew over me on the way to you. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it did hit Canada. We just didn't know. We're that aware.
Well,
Andrew
because
have the
Alaska, right?
Yeah.
It came through Alaska.
Did it? Okay.
Yeah, I think
The U.S. Yeah. Yeah, because they were talking about. I mean, that's one of the like whatever. Like, why didn't we shoot it down out there in the ocean and let it
Yeah.
instead of letting it travel across?
We should have shot it down over Canada. There's a lot of wide open spaces for it to land in there.
Sounds like a song.
The whole foreign airspace thing maybe a little dicey.
I mean, what would we do?
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Close the
Not done
borders.
Well, they've done that for the last 2 years anyway. 3
Right.
years. Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. It was fun to talk about on the morning show in a weird kind of way. So
It would give you a lot of bits, probably.
yeah, a lot of material.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So I read nothing, but like, how did the Chinese part of that, like, how do we know it's not a somewhere else balloon?
They said it
Like-
was. We said it's a Chinese spy balloon. They said no, it's ours, but it's a weather balloon that got blown off course.
Yeah,
And
Okay,
they went,
so they
no,
admitted to what it was. Got it.
yeah. No,
that's pretty
apparently
big.
tensions are
Yeah.
high. Yes.
Yeah, if there'd been two of them, then it's like an Austin Powers scenario where there'd been like two giant balls floating across. That would have been funnier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a giant volleyball. This is what it looked like. It was weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. So anyway,
Yeah.
in other news,
Yeah. What else we got going on here?
so I'll just keep doing morning show bits till we run out of material. So this morning in Weird Science, not the movie. So scientifically proven that the most stressful minute of the day is 7:23 in the morning.
Oh wow.
Your
Wow.
thoughts? I think it checks
no.
out.
Well, what can I throw in
Yeah.
here? Is it the morning crap?
No, that's the best part of the morning.
Is that the best part, or is that stressful? Because it
I
depends.
mean, depends
Right.
on
Drink
your
a lot of coffee. and
fiber
bourbon.
count.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Check your
What's your
fiber.
fiber count running?
That's like,
Troy last night might have had a rough one this morning, based on what. he was
No, there was
texting.
enough bourbon that
Yeah.
knocked right out the door.
I was like, my stressful moment would be 7:21 because it's got to be right around. That's like my alarm clock.
Oh,
So I
So
figure,
one snooze, up and go.
yeah, it's like 7:23 in the morning is right around like get the kids to school. Why don't you have your backpack? Where are your shoes? I'm already late for work. Why is there construction here? Like all of that shit is like that time in the morning, right? Like that's that checks. Or you're in your car thinking about I have 47 emails to send and 3 Zoom meetings and an HR meeting with the one person I can't stand. Like that time of morning checks out as being, if you're going to pick a stressful time, that checks out.
It doesn't hit me. I'm already at work, but we start at 7, so 6:57. I'm still wondering if I'm going to make it to work on time.
There you go.
7:23. I'm like coming down off the high. Thank God I made it. Kind of
didn't get pulled over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to be earlier. Same thing. Like 7:23. That's 2 hours into work. I'm already well on my way. But that makes sense. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like 7:23. If I have to take my daughter to school, that's right in the middle of that. So I can see that. Like waiting. If I have to do that, I'm like in the middle of the parent drop off
Ugh.
disaster. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What a
So I
shit
get
show. And like, how many Suburbans do we need to fit in the same block?
Oh
Like,
my
what the
gosh.
hell?
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's a
it.
thing.
Well, and why can you not figure out, like, do not drop your kids off early? Like, wait till the end of whatever you have. That's where you stop and let them out. Because otherwise you're backing everybody up.
Yeah.
Like, for
Totally.
2 blocks.
Totally. No, well,
It's
you
not
wouldn't
that
want
hard.
you wouldn't want the child who's
hard.
in shape to have to walk the extra 75 feet. But by God, let's immediately stop the car right by the door and jam up everybody else.
Yeah. All right.
So
It-
we're
it-
changing.
it works-
This episode isn't
we're
Whiskey
sick of
Wednesday
it.
anymore. It's what do you hate?
Yeah.
Like, what do you hate?
pisses you off the
This
most?
episode just took a turn.
No, it started off this way.
Yeah, let's talk about
Sorry.
people that drive 5 miles an hour over the speed limit and still ride slowly in the left lane of a 4
Okay.
lane.
That's bad.
You-
And
yeah,
if you're in the
not my-
chat, what do you
you're not my
hate
friend.
with people, specifically with people, or were you just going to say hate in general?
All of them. I hate all the people.
Well,
Like, the
Jason's
people
not on
that I
this week.
like, I hang out with on YouTube.
No, Jason's on now.
Well, obviously he's not on the show, but I can tell you he does not appreciate people riding in the left lane.
No.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
a
I
tailgating
hate it,
son of a
yeah.
bitch when they're
wow.
in the left lane.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
I'm
so
anxious.
one of my least favorite things of all time is Walmart parking lot driving the wrong way up the
Angle parking.
thing. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
See, we don't
stinks.
have angle parking up here.
If I am in my truck, good luck.
You're not getting past. Yeah.
Like I'm not moving. Like, figure it out, man. Like,
Wrong way, and the angle parking guy makes me angry, and guy who pulls through angle parking also makes me crazy
Mhm.
because you can't exit the correct direction.
Oh,
then you're going the wrong way. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we're telling Nat no. We're not listening to your happy-go-lucky stuff.
Yeah.
We're just getting pissed off at
Net
the world.
suggested we talk
No.
about puppies and kittens.
Yeah.
Nope.
What about the guy like a state route that's like a 55-mile-an-hour speed limit, and someone's making a right-hand turn like off of the road, like, you know, and they almost come to like a stop, and it's like they're crawling off of the. You ever see these people? You know, like they're
Yep.
pulling into a parking lot or something, and like they're crawling like one wheel at a time off the road, and
Yep.
everybody's like brake checking, trying not to run up there.
Right. And you're like, feel free to get over on his shoulder and make that right hand.
Yeah, right. Yeah, or go ahead and whip it in.
Yeah.
just whip it in.
Turn your semi.
Exactly. I'm also not a fan of people that wants to double left-hand turn, and if you're in the inside turn lane, not turning sharp enough to not get in the outside left-hand turn lane. You're like, figure it out, man. There's a dotted line there. Jeez.
Yes, 100%. There's a line, and if you can't stay between those lines, what are you doing on the road?
You don't need to be driving.
Yeah, and I should
Let's
hit
talk
you.
about roundabouts. Just kidding.
Oh. Yeah, when did they come up with these things? These newfangled things.
I feel like I've said this on the air before. Who knows what it was on at this point. So at one point I got like nominated to be on like our like tourism board for
I can see that.
Delta. Yeah. And so like, you know, I had to sit in on this meeting with this like planner and all these other people. And so our mayor at the time and his wife were there and yada, yada, yada. And so there's this big pitch of like, hey, what are some ideas? Just no wrong answers. Like, throw it out. What do you think are some good ideas for us to like increase tourism? And I kid you not, the mayor's wife at that point goes, I think we should put in a roundabout. And we're all like, for tourism? And she's like, yeah, I just think it would be a good place for us to practice for when we go into big cities. We just need one to practice on.
We're just going around and around. Look, kids, Big Ben, Parliament.
I'm like, here's your sign.
Listen, I'm only for it if they put a statue of Ty dealing cards in the center.
Right in the
top.
center.
You know, like
Or-
normally there's like, there's like an Indian or something like that, you know, that seems culturally inappropriate in modern times. Nope. Everybody like, we can't do that. Somebody be upset about it. We're going to put magician Ty Gallenbeck on the podium in the center of the roundabout. It'd be great.
It'd be funny too if it's like he moved and the signs changed.
Oh, yeah. You'd be like one of those Disney statues that follows you as you go around.
Exactly.
ooh.
But then the sign
Oh,
goes
wait.
stop, and you have to stop in the middle.
Like
oh,
that.
magic.
That's the That's the one.
There it
If you,
is.
depending on which direction you enter the roundabout from, the card in his hand is a different card.
The yield sign, I'll say, what is this your card? And then it's like, as you pull out.
I think we're onto something. Ty, you need to get back on that committee.
Yep. No,
Roundabout
not
it
fair.
is.
You're like, I talked to some friends. They have some ideas.
I'm back.
We had a meeting. We'll give you the minutes.
Oh man.
Here's another annoying one. Guy who can't seem to figure out how to disconnect to Bluetooth.
Yes.
Like that keeps connecting to the same Bluetooth thing. Like if you're connected to a Bluetooth speaker and someone's stuff keeps interrupting it, and you're like, listen, man, turn the Bluetooth off. It's not that hard to figure it out. It's a setting on your phone.
Yeah.
Well, I could use you every morning because my car, I'm running late to work. I'm trying to go to work. And my damn Bluetooth is still stuck on my wife's phone, and I can't figure it out. I'm sitting in the driveway for 15 minutes trying to listen to Will Grease, dang it.
So you're getting like New Kids and Spice Girls playing, and you're trying to get your podcast going on, and there's a problem.
Yeah, and I don't, I'm so set in my ways. I don't even listen to music anymore. Hardly. If it's not a podcast, I don't know what to do. Now I'm sitting in the driveway wondering, do I still go to work? Or I just call it a day.
He's half shaking, not sure.
Maybe we'll just go back to bed, try it tomorrow.
You could. I mean, it's an option. It's an option. Jeez, I don't know. I probably get upset about too much stuff.
Toilet paper being under.
It's a problem.
That'll set me off. Yeah.
So,
I'm an over.
I can handle it in other people's houses. Like I get it. It's not mine. But if in my own house, it'll get me a little.
I'll change it in someone else's house. I don't give a shit. It's
now, Ty, I'm with
time.
you. I'm an over guy. But when I was a kid in my parents' house or where I grew up, I don't know why, but the toilet paper was hung high. I don't know why, but it was up here. And in that instance, it made sense to go under because then it kind of hugged the wall. Otherwise, it's like a curtain hanging out in the middle of the room.
Blowing
while you're trying to do your business. Yeah.
Tickling you as you're on the toilet.
So at the fishing cabins in Taneycomo, the commode is almost uncomfortably close to the vanity, like the sink, right? Like it's I'm not a big dude and I think it's close, so I can't imagine some other folks have to be hacked off about this problem, right?
Well, that way you can brush your teeth while you
wouldn't have to move at all, right?
Dude, I'm a big proponent of multitasking. Like I can get behind that theory.
The teepee holder is cut into the side of the vanity, which is super classy, right? They just hacked the hole in it, ran a few screws in there. But it's not like right next to your hand. It's kind of like tucked back here. There's some gymnastics involved for someone who's 5'8" and I think somewhat mobile. There's no way that there hasn't been incidents of people falling off that son of a bitch while trying to clear.
Just give up. Forget this.
I immediately, upon arrival, just take the roll off and just set it on the sink. Nope, we're not fighting this whole thing.
Not dealing with that today.
I'm here for a week. I'm not put up with this shit.
Exactly. Literally.
I see what you did there, Troy. Not putting up with this shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Did you see that? Even though Conway's not watching, I switched hands on that beer before I drank it, just in case. I don't want to get Buffalo.
We're just gonna see if he's really watching. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be it. He's trying to suckers us in. He's gonna buckle.
He sent the text in. I'm gonna miss this one, guys. It was a ploy. Yeah, it was a ploy.
That's very much like him.
So his son's playing a show.
Yeah,
his kid's in a band. Really good, by the way. He's a great musician.
That's awesome.
He was one of the first people that signed up for the Performer's Dream group. Like Conway recommended it, and he's in there, and we've chatted some. Like
that's
cool.
awesome. Yeah, great.
So,
speaking of Performer's Dream, yesterday
in the business, Ian, that's called a segue. Well done.
That was fun.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
He's been listening to the radio show in the mornings, going, all right. Yeah. How does Corey do this?
I have been.
Tom, it's super fun.
Tommy D's throwing some stuff. Stupid people. I'm not sure if I should put this up. I should have read it first. No, we're good. We're good. Stupid people, dumb drivers, bad toilet etiquette, epic stream. Yep.
Yeah, we've covered it.
Yeah, we've got all of our main points.
I mean, because really, I think the morning trip to the bathroom can kind of set the tone for the whole day. If that goes bad,
it does.
It's hard to recover from something like that.
Yeah, the day literally goes to shit. Yeah,
it's trauma. Yeah.
It's getting worse.
Couldn't help myself.
Okay,
it's getting worse.
So tell us about that performance.
Let's segue back to Will and Grease.
Oh yeah. Speaking of shitheads, we're back to Will and Grease. Yeah, no, I got to sit down with them last night to talk about podcasting and YouTubing and stuff, and just kind of what they've learned and how they've gone. And it was cool. Like, I mean, all of us have known those guys forever. But so much of it is just the front, like the crowd facing side that you get to witness and experience. And I felt like this was, I poked at it just enough to get a little bit of a glimpse behind the curtain, I felt like, which was cool. So it was a super fun episode.
It was good.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll say that offline. We'll wait for that.
Put a pin in that. I'm gonna bring something up.
If you go to our Patreon feed, Ty's got some back.
Oh,
some
yes. For
inside
$5 a
information.
month, you get the uncensored thoughts of Ty Gallenbeck. It's patreon.com.
Of everyone.
I
Of
feel like
everyone
Ty's
in
like
the
it's got to be more than $5 for that. Yeah, because
Yeah,
I'm not
I would
getting on
lose
that
more
tourism
than-
board again. Yeah.
I'd lose more money than that for that comment. So that's fun. And Troy, where were you last night?
Wherever he was.
Okay, so
Roy was everywhere.
I tell you, I'm busy. Here's my weekly schedule. I mean, I'm not busy. I've got nothing to do. My kids are moving. I got nothing. But Mondays, I usually have some sort of council meeting. Town council
Oh yeah,
or
the
one of
mayor.
the boards or
That's
committees
right.
or something.
Yeah, you're the mayor,
Two-
right?
Mhm.
I'm council president, so I guess I'm the backup.
Mayor
to the
Jason. You're
Yeah.
Mayor
Mhm.
Jason.
Yeah.
So Tuesdays at the local Elks, we have like a wing night. So every other Tuesday, I'm on like the cooking crew. Well, last night was our off night. We weren't cooking, but we were there as customers, and the bar had a good night. I personally drank them out of wild turkey. But, and then we also blew a keg. Here's I'll tell you what kind of place we're talking about. Here's what's on the tap. We have one keg. Iron City Light was on tap last night, and it also ran out partway through the evening. But
Partway through.
here's the problem. It's hard to really being a bourbon drinker is hard in a situation like that because you're there for 4 hours and
Oh.
you really shouldn't drink bourbon.
For 4 hours?
No, yeah. So like, you're there and then somebody else comes in, and then you're ready to go and somebody else, it just keeps starting back up. And then next thing you know, I was supposed to be designated driver and I need a ride home. So
Well, it's a bitch to be the president of the social committee in your local community, Troy. You know everybody.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Okay,
But,
hold on, Troy. I need to back up just a second here. So the first picture you sent last night is of two
Okay.
glasses,
Yeah.
both
Yes.
with bourbon.
Yeah.
And both with at least a finger, maybe two in one of them. And the question was asked, I hope the one on the left is yours. And your response was, no, they're both mine.
Yeah.
And
It's your bad.
so hold on. So you were the designated driver, and your first thought is, give me two.
Give me two.
Well, started of the evening, I thought I would be the designated driver because once in a while I'm like, Pat and I go, and I'm like, I'll drive tonight, honey. Enjoy yourself. Well, then people start buying drinks. That's what happens. People start buying drinks. They start stacking up on you. I did buy those all myself. But next thing you know, and they also deal in like the chip system. I've got a couple in my pocket. So they give these chips. So I got stacks of drinks, stacks of chips, and then, next thing you know, I need a ride. But,
I need to go to Ohio
Yeah.
so badly.
Yeah.
To go make a run with Troy at all of the local haunts. Like it has to. It has to.
$1.50 doesn't really mean anything. This will buy you whatever you want. It'll buy
No,
you a draft
no,
beer.
no.
It'll buy you Eagle Rare. Whatever you want, just give them one of those.
I think I need to roll in on a Sunday, hit a
With
Monday to cool off, do
With a
Tuesday
$10
at the Elks.
bill, apparently, and you're set.
You're
Like,
set.
that's all
Tuesday
you
for
need.
wings and whiskey at the Elks and shut that sumbitch down. And then whiskey
That's my
Wednesday.
dream is to have like a blowout here at the house, take you guys around, show you around. But the problem I have is I don't know where to put everybody up at. There's no hotels or anything around here. You guys would have to like camp.
This
Oh,
is the
gosh.
best. thing
I am
ever.
100% for the camp out at Troy's.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Hey, guess who subscribed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Hey, Patty, we're all coming over.
this feed just got a lot more censored.
Now
Just
I
became a lot
can't talk
more
anymore.
tame.
We're gonna have to put
That's
Troy
awesome.
on mute. We're all coming over. I'll camp out in the backyard. I don't give. a
Oh, yeah.
shit.
I mean,
That
I've got
actually
the
sounds like
perfect
fun.
Set up for a party out here. I've got
You just built like a bitching
Yeah,
garage due to tornado.
I mean, we'll all crash in the freaking man cave.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. But anyway, that's my dream.
100.
All right.
Sleep.
Well, let's make it happen.
Let's build a fort and kill wild turkey bottles.
See,
Yeah.
Where's
so I
the
got
nearest
3.
airport?
Jason's coming.
Pittsburgh, Columbus.
I'm sorry. What about
Where's the
Columbus?
nearest airport? Pittsburgh, Columbus.
Yeah, I'm kind of like centrally located. You could go Columbus, Pittsburgh, or Cleveland. I'm about an hour and a half from everywhere.
and
Right.
6 hours from me, so I'll be driving down.
Yeah.
So
And
I'm
I've
just gonna
also-
fly to Toronto and
I was like,
hop in the car with
Oh,
that'd be
Ian, and
fun.
then we'll just roll
It'd be
down.
way too
That's
expensive.
a fun road trip.
Yeah. The international flight makes it not worth its while. Fly to Buffalo, I'll meet you there. But yeah.
What?
Or
I
you
always
could fly
wanted
to
see
Toronto.
I always wanted to see the Sky Dome, Ian.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I just feel like Patty being on the feed here for a minute, it's got to somehow increase our viewership or something. I don't know.
By one,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
well,
Yeah.
sure.
That's kind of
Just
how
You
it
wait till
works.
she
just
gets her-
comments alone.
Once our students start watching, that's
Oh,
how it
yeah.
steamrolls. You know.
Oh,
I mean-
we'll pick up a huge audience though.
Yeah.
Troy, if you say the
Kindergarten
right
crowd.
thing, this will go viral real quick, and we'll just like,
Or
Well-
Patty will come busting into the feed, and then the show just goes totally awesome. I think.
yeah. I was like, if she knocks him out live on air, it's
Mhm.
win-win for
Yeah,
everyone.
she's a nice lady. Usually by now she's making sandwiches.
It'll go right. Whoa, there's sandwiches in Ohio. If for this kind of trip, I'm so
Trail
in.
bologna.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
yeah.
the trail bologna was
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
First of
that's
all,
the
sounds
key.
dirty. Second, it was awesome.
Trouble loading.
It does sound dirty.
Does
Yeah.
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 it?
Sounds
Well, it's
like a code word.
Yeah, you're like, hey, I gave
Yeah.
the wife some trail bologna. People are
Yeah.
like, ooh.
well, the bologna, I guess, is just funny in itself. A trail is actually the town where they make it. You know.
I thought
Trail,
it meant it was outdoorsy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did too. That's
like-
what I always
I
assume.
had it
Well,
way
it-
off.
You go
Fit
for
right
a
in
hike.
your backpack.
Yeah, it's like
and get
throw
the
it in your
bologna.
backpack and
Yeah.
take it on the trail with you.
Yeah.
So that was a highlight of one of the last whiskey weekends. Was trail bologna was being served with like cheese and crackers
By a
via
chef.
Owen from
Yeah.
the head experimental chef from Hardee's. I've never seen such a sight, nor know really how to explain it to people that weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
So Owen's the head experimental chef from Hardee's. So
Yeah.
like if you love the monster thick burger, you're welcome. And he's just cutting up Troy's trail bologna and then scooping
Jason's
it with
cheese.
cheese and like some other random stuff and just by hand handing it out.
Yeah.
It was
One
such
for
a
you.
weird, just here's a chunk of this in your hand. You can either put this in your hand or in your face. And then like it was a sight. I think it only happens in that environment. I was very happy that I was there.
What?
That
And
was
the funny thing
room,
was,
too.
I don't know
Yeah.
if you watched the part where he was like trying because there's multiple cheeses.
Yes,
and
he
was
did
like,
an experiment beforehand to like get it right.
nope,
Wasn't
this is the
there
one.
Cheetos in there
I
too.
found it. Here you go.
Didn't he make one with Cheetos like stacked?
I think it might have been Eric Smith started pairing.
think
with
Eric
that.
started doing a
Okay,
little
maybe it was
bit of
Eric.
that.
Somebody did something with Cheetos as well, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it
But
was a
that
theme.
just came up on my phone as a memory today. I was looking at those pictures today in my hotel room I think he was on like an ottoman or something, just
Yeah.
cutting up cheese
Mhm.
with like a plastic knife.
Yeah, so some of my guys at Came Hoop and and Michael Leach were trying to explain that when they first got back, and they didn't really quite set the scene as we just did. They just said, "Yeah, we were up there partying, and some dude from Hardee's like gave us some bologna." It was like,
You just undersold that significantly.
I don't think that quite.
Some dude from Hardee's. Yeah.
It does not encompass the awesomeness.
Yeah, a dude from Hardee's. I was like, no, the dude.
The dude.
The dude. There you
And
go.
you remember Southern Whiskey Society, that duck meal he made? or
Yes.
whatever?
Yeah, that was like some sort of duck biscuit with a bacon, like
Yeah.
foam bacon.
Like he's
confit
not
thing on top.
Hardee's. He's a chef.
He's a chef that works.
Yeah, he's a chef. So, yeah.
I do. I
Actually-
also remember getting pretty loaded up there, and I thought there was going to be a fight.
Yep.
Yep. I just met Ian, and I was like, "Well, we're about to be in a fight together. We're blood brothers forever. Here it goes."
It had nothing. It had nothing but everything to do with grease. Yes.
That seems right.
Yeah,
That seems right.
these are good times.
That makes a whole lot more sense the more I get to know Grease. Yeah.
He was
I just
so
wanna
well
stick-
behaved last night.
Yes.
It was almost like painfully well behaved.
Docile
I'm like,
almost.
That's
Dude.
all I remember from listening last night was Grease
That's
kept
what
saying,
put you to sleep. Yeah.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
be
I was
good.
like-
I'm trying to be good.
He's easier to draw now with the very dark beard. I mean, like every Lego
Holy
figure
moly.
kind of looks like him a little bit.
I'm going to start a petition to shave his face. You know that Dan shaved his head. Let's shave beards or grease his face. I mean,
Uh,
not for charity, just to put it out of his
Just
misery.
to do it.
For Lauren's sake.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh, that's awesome.
it is. Well,
Uh,
what are you drinking?
Nashville Barrel Company won. So
Oh, you did the flight.
yeah, I did. I did
You're
a
done the
lot.
flight already?
Yeah, I'm through. I picked a winner like so quick. It was actually surprisingly, yeah, obvious.
So explain what you did while
right.
while we were chatting.
Yeah, well, yeah, we did all that before. You all know what I'm talking about, but
Yeah.
no one knows. So I did MGP rye flight, Nashville Barrel Company small batch single select. I don't know what that means. Reading the label, it's a pick from a liquor store, but it's a small batch. So I don't know how that works. A 4-year Old Scout MGP rye, and then a 6-year the Senator rye. So those were the three.
Cool.
2 of the
Those
3
are
are a
pretty
fresh crack. Nashville Barrel Company's been open, which could be part of how this played out. Nashville Barrel Company destroyed the other 2.
Really?
Which I know there's some hate towards them, but yeah, it wasn't even close. And then Old Scout 4-year was second, and then the Senator was last.
Dude,
I'm
those
shocked.
Old Scout picks are hitters.
Yeah, some of those are really
Damn.
good.
And they're
But-
usually not super expensive when you see them in a store. Like buy one every single time.
Make I would add the classic. Make sure it says Indiana on the back.
That's
For
for
Because
sure.
it did
Yes,
have
yes,
a
yes.
weird like
Is all the rye
season in
Indiana
there.
though?
As far as
I think
all
so.
I've ever seen is
Okay.
Indiana, but
Yeah.
I know they went through a weird phase there.
Well,
Some of
the
the bourbon
bourbon up
stuff every once in a
here-
while is like a Dickel,
Yeah.
like some of that. So yeah, double check it. But all their MGP stuff has been hitters.
Yeah,
Everything up here,
absolutely.
bourbon wise, has been all Dickel. So
Yeah.
Well, then
I
don't do
just leave
that.
it.
Yeah,
I
don't
leave
do
it there.
I try to avoid that at all costs, but
The Dickel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
now Dave blinded me the other day with something. I said, and he got to me to say, I was drinking. I'm like, this is pretty good, and it was full of Dickel. I feel like he pulled one over.
First of
on me.
all, don't be trying to sneak the Dickel
Yeah.
in.
Is that what you're drinking, Corey?
PBR?
Are you- no.
The sticker for Boomtown 11.
I was like,
was
are
Yeah,
you
look at
showed
that.
up on Friday.
nice?
Yeah,
That one will be fun.
Did we already sign up for those? I can't remember.
kind of. No, I haven't put out an official, but yeah, I will.
All right.
It's 6-year-old MGP rye, Doc Swinson's. So
Yeah.
we did
Ooh,
not want to pick
Finished
a rye,
or not finished?
not finished. Just
Oh, nice.
Really?
Nice.
yeah.
Cool.
We were not going to pick a second barrel. We were going to pick a bourbon for Christmas, which we did, which was Boomtown 10, and they brought one sample of rye because we weren't doing like a rye pick, and they were like, "Hey, we have a rye, you should try it." And I was like, "Geez, that's a bunch." I mean, it's a lot of bottles to bring in for a
Yeah.
small liquor store, right? I mean, you have to buy the whole
Yeah.
barrel, and it's going to be 200 something bottles. It's expensive, so we just did that, and we were pretty adamant. I was like, don't even taste it because it's probably going to be really good. And then Poopy was like, correct. We shouldn't do that. Rye is sometimes difficult. So let's not do that. And then after about the third sample, the guy was like, are you sure you don't want to try the rye? I'm like, okay. So
Kinda do.
we'll try it. Yeah, it was a solid salesman move.
Yeah.
The second I smelled it in the Glencairn, I'm like, we're screwed. I can tell from the nose this is fucking excellent. And sure it was. I mean, it's the same as all those. 6-year-old MGP rye barrel proof is just a smash hitter. So it's like, well, I guess we bought another barrel. So Boomtown 11 Friday.
There you go.
Lovely.
I'm in.
Makers is after that.
11 of them. You've got 11 Boomtowns.
Yeah. So that Makers would be 12. I think we've got I think we're gonna do potentially a Remus pick, which should be
Cool.
13. Like there's a bunch of them.
Well, if you can't sell the bottles, all you have to do is drive them across state lines.
Washington D.C. and then you
Right?
ship them anywhere.
Yeah.
Was that a segue? I'm really
Well,
trying
you
here.
There's another good one.
Ship
Little
them and
Yeah, that Justin's House of Bourbon's shit is wild, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so crazy.
Have you been?
I haven't
Okay.
been there.
Louisville?
I don't know a whole lot about the story, but I will say I've been to Justin's House of Bourbons, and we all walked out of there thinking everybody in there is a douche.
Yes. Okay.
So,
I
Did
love
you
it.
buy a pour there?
I think we did. Yeah, we tried something, but we
Was it
didn't
bad?
buy any bottles or anything like that. But
Because it might have just been regular larceny, apparently.
yeah, it was freaking. It was Buffalo.
I did.
Trace.
I drank a 1980 something wild turkey there, and I was pretty happy about it. And I'm not sure now if I did drink a 1980.
It was actually a
Something Wild
2021 Wild Turkey 101. It was really good. This was great.
Who's to say?
Yeah. If you haven't been watching the news, like they got pinged for basically bootlegging Buffalo Trace products from Kentucky to Washington
Products in
D.C.
general, I think, isn't
to mail
Yeah.
out, and then there was like the thing that was crazy was potentially some fake Blantons from the Netherlands, which is bonkers. And then
They
a
make
few
good
cases
bourbon
of,
in the other ones.
and then a few empty or cases of empty bottles that didn't have certain general warnings on them, which is that's some for real horse shit. So yeah, it's wild. Man.
Yeah. No, that
Government
well,
warning. Okay, we're good. We're good.
and it started out like so like innocent of like, hey, you know, the government
Yeah, it was like this is
showed
some
up,
messed up paperwork.
see some bottles just to verify, you know, like
I thought they were all
transaction.
old bottles too.
And then all of a sudden,
Yeah.
well, it was all
that
like
was some of their
not-
thing.
it was never said in the initial one. It was just like showed up and seized some bottles.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
And then this new report that came out today is like
Hundreds.
oh,
Case
no,
like hundreds of
thousands.
cases, thousands of
Yeah.
bottles.
yeah, I think one of
Three
the
different
reports was, like,
locations.
3 different
16
locations.
Gosh, I wish I had this. This is loose facts. This is flannel panel
I
facts.
appreciate it. Flannel facts.
For sure.
But I want to say like
Loose
the
facts
one was
sounds-
like shipping like
okay.
16,000 bottles across state lines.
Well, there was one that was like a shipment of like 600 cases.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Like all right.
600 cases.
Yeah. I was like, what in the world? Like nobody has that much blends in the United States
No.
except for Buffalo Trace
Yeah.
on
That's
bottling
crazy.
day.
Well, but some of that was supposedly some of the shit that showed up from the Netherlands, and they think there's been some it's wild, man. Like the story's just wild. Like I don't know. Again, we've flannelized the whole story. Like I don't know what's what. I know there's a whole lot of so to quote some of my favorite sayings from European football / soccer. There's definitely some shithousery going on.
Yeah, that the more you dug into that article, the more
It
you
got
were like,
worse.
like it was one of those like
So, are they currently closed, or are they still open?
No.
in the meantime?
No, they had closed down for a little bit and then opened back. I don't know as of today, but they
yeah, I
were
was like,
closed
I
and
wonder
opened
if
back up.
they're open right now because
Yeah.
that feels like a uh-oh.
Um.
And you know, like based on what came out today, like those days they were open, that was a fire sale, man.
Yeah.
They're like, let's get rid of this. Like
Half price.
yeah.
BOGO. Let's go.
Where's
Everything's good. Yeah.
destroy the
So
evidence.
they posted a day ago. You'll love this. I saw this. So they have a new single barrel pick. It's a Kentucky bourbon called Hard Truth. It's on their Instagram account, and I was like, "Oh, shit!" The timing.
Made in the Netherlands. Yeah. I think Troy had maybe the best line in that text thread. Remember what it was?
Something about the bourbon balloon about the pop kind of thing.
Yeah, and I think this might be a huge factor in that.
I think that something like this is what would start people losing interest, don't you think? In the whole
So before we jumped
Or at
on
least
live,
some of the ultra pricing, like crazy
Yeah.
internet pricing of shit, start to
Well-
question like where is everything actually coming from, and is it legit? Like you should be questioning at this point.
yeah, and I'm kind of stoked for this, to be honest.
Wasn't the headline of the article something like bourbon's more valuable than heroin?
Heroin,
Yep,
yeah,
profitable,
More profitable than
Yeah, that's
heroin.
right.
Yeah.
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 You know what? If this balloon pops, like the one over Montana or bourbon,
Thank God for you, Ian. Holy shit, you're getting good at this.
There's so
I'm
many
trying
balloons.
hard. I'm trying.
He just circled it back around to a joke that started the whole damn show.
I would love that though, because I just want to drink good whiskey. It doesn't have to be allocated. Just give me good, solid whiskey and enough of it that I can buy it on the shelf.
Yeah.
You know, and also being in Ontario, we have the LCBO, so the control board. But like everything I've bought is controlled straight from the distributor to that liquor store. So I'm not worried about counterfeit at all.
Whenever
So,
there's like
you know, it's
crazy
kinda
amount
nice.
of money involved and stuff, like there's always counterfeit that starts
Always.
showing up. And
Yeah.
like you're there now with bourbon.
Yeah.
Like you are there now.
Well,
So like the sneakers are crazy, like counterfeit Jordans and stuff online. Like that is a full blast thing.
Yeah.
Counterfeit Yeezy shoes, like for a minute was pretty hot. Now it's a little bit questionable, but like for a while, like that was wherever there's quick money to be made, there's fakes. So like, I don't know, dude, if you see something that seems maybe crazy and too good to be true now for some sort of online sale for bourbon, I'd start to have a giant question mark. Like, is this really what I'm purchasing? I have no idea.
I'm not buying anything unless
well,
I know where it's
that's the part. Like, I can remember I went to, where I was in New York. I had a gig in Boston, drove to New York to see myself. So when I went down there and went to this bourbon bar, and it was the first time I had ever seen Kentucky Owl bourbon. And so I ordered it, and it was crap.
Like, oh, really?
Horrible. And I was like, what is all the hype? Like, this is terrible. Like, and so I just dismissed it as that. Like, this is.
And now you're like, question everything.
Yeah. Now that I've come back and like had it and known what I had, and I'm like, I'm 100% sure I was like,
you got duped.
You drank a refill.
They filled it with something else, and
you drank a refill.
Yep,
for a premium
100%,
price.
100%. Yep.
Yeah.
You now have to have for real trust if you're going to pay up for a pour
at a bar, at any bar,
at a bar. Like you have to know and trust, like, which is crazy.
Yeah, you want this great deal on a BTAC flight? Nope,
no,
not at all. Yeah, I don't believe you. Yeah,
and the bigger question is, would you know? Listen, most of the time when I start to get drunk enough to think that a $300 flight of all the Pappies is a good fucking idea is a time when I wouldn't know.
Exactly.
Because I want to talk my wife into a couple things.
Yeah, it's not going to be the first thing that I drink.
It's probably
going to be the last thing I drink before I get kicked out. Like that's how that's going to go.
The Elks and Troy's $1.50 pours sound great right now.
Yeah,
because you know it's wild turkey. If you're sure it's wild turkey.
Yeah, they're not trying too hard there.
Here in T County, we've got one of the best bourbon selections around. We've got, let me try to think what we have in there. We've got anywhere from Evan Williams Bottle and Bonds, like our low level, and then we've got Wild Turkey 101. Then we got a lot of Buffalo Trace stuff. We've got Eagle Rare, Buffalo Trace, Weller Antique.
Dang.
Yeah, we don't do too
For
bad.
$1.50 party.
No, some of that's up like $4 a pour. I mean, it gets crazy.
$4. Goodness.
Yeah.
I bought a bottle of Weller Antique
Listen,
today that was way more than $4 an ounce.
If you show up $4 a pour for Weller Antique, you can leave the goddamn bottle until we can't get out of here.
Yeah.
Done.
When we come for that sleepover, Troy.
Okay, it's gonna be the best slumber party ever.
Do you have another one of those bottles? We're gonna need two.
Yeah.
2 glasses? No, just
a bottle.
2 bottles.
Just drop the bottle.
We'll just pass them around. It'll be
fine.
You guys love my house because I don't have anything special, but the things I like, Buffalo Trace stuff will show up, like Weller and.
You say you don't have anything
Taylor.
special. I can see the shelf behind you.
I was like,
this is like the best of the best.
Oh, Old Label,
Hold
Elijah
on.
Craig sitting
Please
down
hold.
there just being
Yeah,
ready
That's
to be drank.
175.
Yeah,
we could
Red
crush
12.
that.
Yeah.
There's a Kentucky Owl over your shoulder.
Yeah.
There's a 2XO over your shoulder.
You know what? Troy doesn't need anything because you go there and you know you're having a good time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what the pour is. You're gonna have a fun time with some sandwiches.
Amen.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And if you're lucky, trail bologna.
Ooh. Yeah, it's always good if Troy tries to slide you the baloney.
I'll share my bologna.
Patty,
Couldn't-
quick, bring him a sandwich. It's
couldn't-
gonna
couldn't
get
help it.
interesting.
We lost a viewer right when I said that.
I never made it through my whole week. So I never made it through my whole week schedule. So like Monday's council,
Okay.
Tuesday's wings, Wednesday's flannel panel, so drinking again.
Yeah.
And now Thursdays are bar night at home, so I'm drinking again tomorrow.
I was going to bring that up again. Yeah. Tomorrow you got another show.
Friday we get IVs and stomach pumps.
It sounds like a perfect way to end the week because then you're good for Saturday.
Yeah, and then Saturday you start over.
This sounds like that. This may be way off for this crowd, but the "Welcome to Atlanta" song. Anyone? No.
No.
All right. Never mind.
Is it ludicrous?
I kind of knew I was out of my place as soon as I started that sentence. I was like looking at this crowd. I'm like, this is
You're
not
too
gonna
young,
land.
Ty.
This is not
Well,
gonna
What's the
land.
Welcome
too
to
old.
Atlanta song, Ty?
Yeah. All right. Never mind. Back to Troy, ladies and gentlemen.
That's all I've got. That's all
So
I've
can
got.
I go to a council meeting and just raise random objections? Is it a public meeting?
Oh yeah, it's a public meeting. We usually don't get too many people stopping in, but yeah, you're
That'd be
definitely
awesome.
welcome.
That's
ready.
happening. Yeah.
Oh,
Mondays
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Point of order.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, that skinny guy in the back with the stupid haircut and the flannel shirt, like he's been a problem the whole goddamn meeting.
Can we get more roundabouts, please? More roundabouts.
We
Yes.
don't even have a stoplight. I don't know what we do with a roundabout.
You don't need a stoplight then. Yeah.
No, we have a flashing light. A four-way.
I was like, ours starts flashing at midnight.
Oh, is that real?
I was
I
like,
don't know.
what is real?
What
This
is
is
real?
purchased from an actual liquor store, and I know the owner, so I
Oh,
think. So.
This is a throwback. Blanton's versus the world right here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Plans vs. the World.
We should do one of those again.
We should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should put it up against. Can you get Bowman single barrel?
No.
That's the one I want to put it up against.
We'll do it.
Bowman
I need-
single
I
barrel.
need-
You know what? Based on how we've talked today, this could be Bowman single barrel.
Well,
Yeah.
Is it Bowman's from
yeah,
Yeah.
Buffalo Trace?
and 100 proof. So it's like in my mind, I'm like, it
Bowman
should
might be
destroy
Yeah.
plants. Really?
Well, I've had that. I mean, Rock Hill Farms is the
Mhm.
other one, right? That's
Yep.
like Blanton's, but it's higher proof.
Yep.
And
And
it's very good. I like it better than Blanton's.
Elmer T.
Elmer T. Lee.
How much
Yeah.
you leave?
I got that.
But
Is Benchmark? Is that also? That's also one, right? Is that theirs too?
Yeah.
I don't know which
Benchmark
mash
is
bills
the bottom
which.
shelf one, right?
Yeah, Benchmark. I think is the
Yeah,
bottom shelf.
they have
Buffalo
that
Trace.
Yeah.
lineup now. Benchmark has the lineup
Yeah.
of all them.
Mm,
The
Yeah,
top shelf
Benchmark
the
and
full-proof
Ancient
and-
Age.
Yeah.
Yeah, ancient age is actually surprisingly.
That's Dixon's like pocket bourbon. Or
Yeah, every time
whatever,
you do
isn't
a
it?
blind with Dixon,
Yeah.
he's got a here's an
Yeah,
Ancient
but
Age from
he's bringing
1988.
out,
Well,
like,
he's drinking like old.
90s ancient
Oldie,
age.
oldie.
Yeah.
Like, I found these 10 years ago. I got about 3 cases of them. And yeah.
Yeah, he's also like, yeah, this is when I was getting them from the distillery from whoever Elmer T. Lee because it was his favorite. Like
That's
these
right.
are like special barrels.
Yeah.
What did she say?
Oh,
That was a quick one.
Corey did the same thing I did.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
I mean, like,
Fun
with
for everybody
trail
starting
baloney,
today.
or,
The progressive community, Natalie.
Yeah, yeah.
we went from roofies to this. Like some of us need to have a job tomorrow. Can we keep it?
we don't have the Mormon community, but we do have some Amish. So
I was like,
Survive.
Natalie can bring the
Wish I was clever
Yeah.
enough for some Amish joke, but I don't have one.
Yeah. So on Sunday, well, just let me know what time the barn raising is because I want to arrive after for the potluck, but not there for the manual labor.
there it is.
Okay, there
Yeah.
was.
Do they
Yeah.
call you the English like in Witness, like the movie?
mhm, mhm. I don't know. You know, Patty and I went to Amish country tonight. We ordered a new kitchen table, and
Is that like
she
a jump
wanted
clap?
to change the order.
Oh,
we had to
I don't
drive
think
back
that
out
they
there.
do that. Do they do that?
They do what?
Change the order?
Oh yeah, I mean, We just ordered it last week, and it's not going to be ready till April. So she just wanted to change the color of the stain.
Oh,
So I think they make a show of when you're in the store, they're speaking whatever that is, Pennsylvania Dutch or whatever.
100%.
There's no reason for them. I mean, unless they're just talking shit about me. I'm the only guy in the store, but I think they're just trying to put on a show. Like it's part of the charm of I'm getting this hand.
I grew up in Hutchinson, Kansas, which is close to Yoder, Kansas, and Yoder, Kansas also is an Amish community, buggies and the whole bit, and they have like a like a cafe there and like a bakery and a cheese factory and like all the shit, right? Like all this little furniture place that makes all the little knick-knacky things. The food at Carriage Crossing is like blow your mind good. The Yoder Bakery is spectacularly good. But yes, I feel it's very much like going to a nail salon where the language being spoken changes the second that you walk.
Yeah.
Yeah. We lived next to a guy who was, I called him Sunday Amish, which is probably actually more Mennonite. But anyway, he had a buggy, but he also had like a Buick. And he would drive around the Buick, and then on Sundays the horse and buggy would come out and be like, "Hey, like
wait a second."
Watch.
And to circle back to the beginning of the show, here's another thing I hate. So it used to be you go out that way and you got to watch out for the buggies.
Yep.
And you could buzz right around a buggy. They're not going very fast. But now they've moved on to the electric bikes. So when you go out there, everybody's
the
on a
Amish have.
Yes, and they're going 35 miles an hour.
How do they charge those?
Windmills. I don't know. But they're going 35 now, so they're harder to pass, and there's a lot more of them. So they're everywhere. It's terrible.
The electric bike thing kind of blows my mind. Like that's
the DUI bike.
They're pulling up
exactly.
there.
That's what we call it here. Yeah.
We just have Mennonites, and they all drive BMWs and wear skirts and tennis shoes, and they're the nicest people and the best cooks in the world.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the reason we keep going out there because every time we want to buy like something of quality, that's where we get it.
For sure.
Everything you have out there is awesome. But
guaranteed, if there's a bakery close, it smashes.
Oh my god. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, there was some when I went to Haven High School, which is a small high school. Some of the kids from Yoder ended up at that high school, and there was a decent number of, we're talking about like skirts and tennis shoes and bonnets and dudes with the overalls and the buttons and the whole. It was a thing, man. It was a vibe. There you go. Let's put it there. They couldn't come to the dance, but it was a vibe.
They're vibing in their own way.
Yeah, right.
And on that note,
yes,
it's time for
just the tips.
Have you heard of Rumspringa? No, I'm kidding. That's
it's the hardest part of the show.
That's what she said. That's what she said. That's what she said.
I was like, that was too perfect, Troy. I don't know if that was intentional. I hope it was.
Hey, Patty's still watching,
which is awesome.
Yeah.
What are you drinking, Troy? We didn't even get to that.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you about this bullshit. So last week we started back up on the bar night at Homes, and the category was Maker's Mark.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't particularly care for Maker's Mark, so
hold up.
We did our flight, and I came in last.
But you also said you love Maker's Mark, or you appreciate Maker's Mark during that show.
Yes, the stuff was decent. Yeah, but
more after the show. Yeah,
I didn't own any, so I had to run out and try to find something, and I couldn't find anything. So I sent in a Maker's Mark cast drink. So anyway, tonight I have been drinking the whole flight from last week.
Yeah,
we send 2-ounce samples, and Patty pours for me, and she usually only gives me an ounce. So I drank the rest of the samples, just trying to figure out where I went wrong, and I'm pretty sure somebody messed up on counting the votes.
Oh
no, I'm just kidding. But what happened was, I had for the first 5 seasons, I won like 4 out of 5 episodes, and people were starting to call in and complain because no one wants to watch that show every week to see who comes in second. So the last couple of years, I've been losing on a regular basis.
Do we need to try to fix the contest? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, so I need to. I'd like to win one once in a while again if I could. So,
Well, I could have helped you with the makers. What won? RC6?
No,
uh,
it didn't.
Dustinson and FAO. I don't know the
Oh,
numbers.
two.
FAO.
FEO2, which
Like the new
RC6 would destroy.
Yeah.
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 But anyway, my shelf
RC6 would have
109
won
proof.
the whole shooting.
Yes, it would have.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
RC6 was unreal. It was so good. It was so good. Yeah, it's back there. Yeah.
So tomorrow night we're doing another one. It's just like we're sending your favorites of the year. So something that was like your whiskey of the year type of situation. So we'll see how I do.
All
tomorrow.
right.
Did you send in that Jack Daniels bonded? Because that's some bullshit. I had it.
I did not.
Yeah, I was like, that thing was terrible. I moved on to making hot toddies for my wife with that.
Really?
Whiskey
Didn't Will and Matt love it?
No, the bonded is
Garbage.
trash.
Didn't? Oh, the
You should
10-year. They like the 10-year.
That I
The
believe.
Yeah.
the
Okay.
the sour mash one, right?
The red label one.
Yeah, that one's phenomenal.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
Triple match.
Yeah.
Triple
mash.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
the triple mash is great. The bonded is
Which was named like one of Whiskey Advocate's like best of the entire year, right?
By
Like,
Fred. So
it's
Yeah.
dumb.
well,
If
listen,
Fred
there
likes
you
it,
go.
it's pretty good.
There's the fucking problem right there. So
Yeah.
it's garbage.
Speaking of stupid people, things I hate and things that should be
like
shot with
Trigger
Fred.
Corey. The episode.
Let's go to Fred.
So
ladies and
we
gentlemen.
shouldn't try to get Fred on the show.
We should
Yes. Oh my god.
be
Mhm.
like, listen, motherfucker.
I'll come with a towel wrapped around
First
my
of
neck.
all,
Oh,
yeah.
I've got
But that
some-
Jack Daniels bonded is garbage. And I
Yeah,
like some of the
good.
Jack Daniels stuff. The limited editions, the special editions are amazing. That Coy Hill that I drank last week was a total smoke show. Like
I
I'd
got
like to
that
make out with
still,
that
yeah.
whiskey. But
Yeah.
that bonded is garbage. You should just
Yeah,
mix it in
okay.
Coke.
Yeah,
They just make high proof whiskey and Coke. That's all it's good for.
that's it. Just tastes like number 7, a little higher proof. So if you like number 7, yeah, you'll probably it's fine. But it's I actually bet that the funny thing is, I bet the Jack Daniels bonded is younger than their normal number 7.
I think you're correct.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I bet the regular is probably 6-7 years, and this
Yep.
is like
It's a
4 on the
Like
spot.
straight
on
at
the
4 on the
dot.
nose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's hot.
Didn't they have a like a duty free only bonded out a few years ago?
Forever.
They had a
Different
bottled and bond. Yes, that was a
Yeah.
duty free with a gold label. Then people were
Mm.
finding that, and it was actually very good.
Yes, we my son actually bought a bottle of that on our fishing trip this year, and it was very good.
Yeah,
And so coming back into
that's what
America,
people expected this to be when it came out.
Right.
I think we're very excited, and that's not. What
Gotcha.
so
Yeah.
going into Canada, we bought a bottle. Coming back into America, I was hoping to buy more, and it wasn't for sale on that side. So
savages.
Bummer.
Black velvet all the way.
You can buy some bootleg of it from Justin's
Mm-hmm.
House of Bourbon. If you like.
I got an order in for
All
4
licensed
cases.
down in Louisville.
It doesn't
Comes
have,
from Washington.
it only has one label on it. Like
Yeah.
the back label's
Yeah.
not on it.
Yeah.
So,
It's just Jack. It's not Jack Daniels. It's just Jack.
Jack
Daniels.
Daniel.
yeah.
Jack Daniel. Exactly. Wish.com version.
Yeah.
All right, hey, just a tip, boys. Just a tip.
All right. Let's get after it.
Don't
Button it
buy
up.
bourbon from Justin's House of Bourbon.
Seems like a good one to start with.
There you go.
So I don't know if you guys know this, but Zach Bryan has a live record out called "All My Friends Hate Ticketmaster."
Oh, really?
Tell me more.
What's it
Yeah.
called?
All My Friends Hate Ticketmaster.
Oh, that's
Sorry,
right.
what?
So I did enter to try to win tickets to the chance to buy tickets to his new tour, which I'm excited about. But anyway, so that's funny because this is what, like week number 3. This is gonna be a recurring bit. It'll be fine. I love Zach Bryan. I do have new music though. So this one came out a couple weeks ago. It's kind of the same thing. Like if you like that country storyteller, kind of like I think troubadour, if you want to be fancy about your music. Tony Bradshaw is a dude from Georgia, and his new record, North Georgia Rounder, is fantastic. So, but it's very in the same vein of like if you like that 90s alt country stuff like Wilco and Uncle Tupelo and stuff like that, this would be right up
Okay.
your alley. So
Yeah.
it's real good.
I'm sorry.
Tony
what's that?
Bradshaw, which is
Tony
not
Bradshaw.
a cool name, but it's a
Is he related to Terry?
I don't think so, or not Pony Boy from The Outsiders either. But it's yeah, the record's real good though.
Sweet.
Awesome. Who
Troy,
next?
what do you got?
All right. I don't really have. I don't have. Here's what I have. This weekend we're doing kind of like a family tradition type of thing. And it kind of reminds me of like Ian, you and your dad doing your knife making or whatever. So once a year we get together out at my dad's. Years ago, out on the family farm, we used to butcher hogs, and we've Grandpa's passed away. We don't really do the whole butchering anymore. So now what we do is we actually buy the hogs already gutted and ready to go. And so tomorrow we're just like cutting up hogs, and we'll grind sausage and smoke ham and bacon. And so, or not Saturday, we're doing that Saturday. So, but anyway, it's kind of a fun weekend. Kind of, we're out there with my dad and uncle and cousins, and now my son's coming. And so it's kind of a fun thing. And it's kind of a tradition, but none of us really remember what we're doing. So it's like, do we cut this thing between the third and fourth rib, or so we're trying to figure it out as we're going. But yeah, so but it's
Here's
a lot
a
of fun.
double.
Yeah. this bacon looks funny, the kind of thing. But yeah,
I can't imagine that there's bad outcomes from this.
no, but yeah, so it ends up with a lot of good food and
Hell yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
So like homemade sausage and bacon and
So that goes back to what Nat really wanted us to talk about. Troy, tell me how that makes you feel.
it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy
Hungry.
inside.
Yeah,
Hungry.
it gives you hope for the world. Yes.
So
Hungry.
we spend the morning, processing all the meat, and then in the afternoon we're like packing, like shrink wrap, freezer. What do you call it? The cryovac meat and stuff, and that's when the boozing starts. You know what I mean? Just set a bottle on it. I'm just freezing 97 pounds of sausage. And just so.
How was that sound effect?
So many.
Well,
So many.
it was like a. But that's not the right. It's more like a. You know what a cryovac sounds like. It's more of like
No.
You put it in carbonite. What happened?
Yeah, it's like what they did to Han Solo in the second one.
Packing a lot of sausage.
That's right.
Yep, we know. Yeah.
Han Solo is a teenager thing there, Troy.
I think hand
Han Solo. Oh, sorry.
No, that yeah, I was like Han Solo is the Anyways, sorry.
Oh man, this was a chaotic episode.
Yeah, it was
This
good.
show-
though.
Your favorite so
stinks.
far. It's one of your favorites so far.
It was good.
I agree.
Yeah, like and subscribe for more.
Yeah.
At the
If
beginning.
you like what you're seeing,
For
Call
more
Ian.
shit jokes and angry guy stuff. It's-
Yeah.
oh, one more thing, Tommy D. If you can get that Jack Daniels bonded at the Air Force Base, go buy it.
Space Force Space.
That's
Force.
the
That's not a
bottled
real
and
thing.
bond, not the bonded.
Yeah.
The bottled and
Right.
bond.
Yeah, the
Right,
gold
bond-
label.
Yeah. The
thing.
gold level one.
Yeah.
And I believe
I haven't tried it.
Tommy
but
D, if you can get me a Space Force T-shirt to go along with that, I think I am also in. I would wear it, and that would be funny to me.
All right.
I'll drive over and we can
You-
we can figure that
You
out.
got to go hang out with Tommy D.
Yeah, that would be good.
JT's up that way too, I think.
Yeah, JT's in Denver now. I haven't. The last time I was in Denver is for 12 hours. All right.
Yeah, that's
I
not much.
flew
time.
in.
I get it.
Drew. Yeah. Drew. I'm sounding like Troy now. All right.
Drew.
My
Yeah,
just the
rubs
tip is get a good glass. That's what it is, because I got this for Father's Day
Oh,
from my daughters and wife, and it's been my favorite glass. I have 4 of them, but I only use one because I'll probably end up breaking them. And every time I pour a whiskey in this, it always tastes better. I think it's because of that. It's also a good size, and I like it. But get a good glass, pour a good whiskey in it, and enjoy it, and be thankful for the people you have. So that's.
I think we
my
all need to
just
come
tip.
use those other glasses.
Yes. You know what? I'll bring them to Troy's.
Just got 3
That
backups.
seems fine.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I'll
The
bring them to
Toronto flannel panel invasion will happen one day.
Troy's. Yes, it will.
I feel it.
100%. Yeah.
Definitely. This was also the picture perfect moment of Ian going like, "Ah, crap. I didn't think of it just the
I
tip."
didn't think it was just a tip.
Hey, look at this. I got
No.
a glass in my hand. Like,
that was
Wear a
about
hat.
that was an
Sounds
hour and 4
bright.
minutes ago going, oh, I have this good glass. That's my just the tip. Yeah, but no, I'm serious. A good glass makes whiskey a lot better.
I agree 100%. Yeah. And there's time like rocks glasses or
I've been on that
They
kick
feel
lately.
different.
Yeah,
too.
like I
Me too.
don't care for Glencairns at all.
So the Glencairns are,
Yeah.
if you have to, feel scientific about nosing something, tasting something, it's like it's fine. Or they're easy to
Yeah.
grab. They're
Yeah,
and
I
pain in
agree.
the ass to wash. A rocks glass makes you feel like you're fucking Frank Sinatra walking around with
That's-
more whiskey, right? Like it's
it's
like
like-
It's
there's,
better.
there's heft.
It's a solid glass where the
Mhm.
Glencairn, you're like, oh yeah, I'll taste this, but this is a glass that you want to
Yeah,
drink out of.
that's
Yeah,
Ian going, hey, in your face, Fred Minnick. I'm drinking out of a man's glass.
exactly. Yeah, I can still nose the whiskey. I get
he just said the same
bourbon.
thing. Rocks
Yeah.
glass for me.
There it is.
Hey,
There it is.
Yeah, I think people seem to
Yeah.
agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Andrews West is also correct. Those
Oh,
crazy
those
glasses
are
from High West.
super solid.
Those
yeah.
are manly AF.
Yeah, I love
Dude,
those.
They're little, but they're so like, yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
All
man.
right. I feel like I may have said this. So that's why I'm like, I don't know.
Zach
But
Ryan has a new record out from live from
yeah, it's
Sandstone.
called My Friends Hate
Oh, My Friends
Ticketmaster.
Hate Ticketmaster.
No, Neil Brennan. Have I said this? I don't know. He's a
No.
comedian.
Maybe.
So I mean, Corey and I should love him because he's the like clear glasses, kind of funky haircut.
Yeah. Sounds
Older dude.
He's probably really intelligent, and the women love him.
Yeah, I hope so. That's my so Derek Delgadio did some like writing for him and like helped him produce something, and that's how I found him. But then he released a Netflix special, and to be full disclosure, I've not seen the whole thing, but he has a bit about the Second Amendment where he attacks it from both sides, and it is one of the best pieces of comedy I have ever seen. So if nothing else, go find him on Instagram and find the part where he's talking about the Second Amendment, because it is just pure comedy gold from both sides. Like it is so.
He attacks it from both sides,
Yes.
like an ambush.
Yes. Yeah. Ha, ha. Yeah. So yeah.
Troy giggled. That's all I needed. We're good.
There you go.
Yeah. He starts talking about like, the Second Amendment supporters, like the whole point of this is so that if the government starts, whatever, we can rise up and fight back against him. He was like, that's a fantastic idea in 1776. Like,
Listen, man, my people were gonna shoot down that fucking spy balloon.
There's a
just
balloon.
like a week ago.
you have to go watch it. He's like, yeah, there's 100 members in the NRA against, let's say, 2 guys in the military. Like,
So,
yeah, it's good. I don't want to quote it all. I
like
could
it.
at this point, but
Let's
go watch it.
Let's
'cause
go.
It's fantastic.
I do have to highlight a couple comments based on how
Okay.
this stream has gone. Nat
Oh.
says they have girth.
She's talking about the High West glasses.
What about that?
Oh, because Andrew West
I
says
thought it
feels
was
real
trouble.
good in your hand. So I
Also,
yeah.
Trouble-Oni.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
What did Andrew say?
it feels real
No,
good in your hand.
no.
We don't know
Andrew,
what- yeah, he
very
may
in the
have felt
spirit of the
something.
show so far.
Speaking of Andrew be on the show in the next couple weeks, I think he said. So
Nice.
he's way up north in
Nice.
in BC, and
I think
yeah.
Andrew, you can tell me if I'm a liar. Andrew and I may get to see each other in person in a couple weeks. There's a
it
chance.
Are you
in
doing a
Alberta?
show at the North Pole, Ty?
Not quite, but he said he would drive, I don't know, halfway across
Banff.
his country to come see me. So we may make that happen.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
is it Banff?
Yeah, it's Banff.
Dude, that's so beautiful.
Banff?
That's what everyone said.
So stinking
Badass
beautiful.
motherfucker. Banff?
Yeah. It's funny, like, because I texted Ian, like,
Yeah.
hey, what is this place like? And he's like,
I'm
"Oh,
like,
it's like
take your wife. Yeah.
Yeah. So he said
Yeah.
it's like the Telluride of Canada and take your wife.
Yeah.
And so I said yes. And then I lost all my money because I'm taking my wife. But it'll be worth it. So
Just bring the
it's good.
roofies. It'll be fine.
Yeah,
Whoa,
it'll be fine.
bingo.
But yeah, we're going there at the end of this month. And yeah, but since then, like, gosh, where was I? Portland? I think I was in Portland. I did a show in Portland, and I walk into the pastor's office that was at the church or whatever, and I walk in, and the poster on the wall, there's like 3 Banff posters.
Lake Louise would be one. Yeah.
And so it's like, oh, this is like a thing. Like
Portland is
heard of
not the
this.
Telluride of the West, just to be clear.
No, Portland is not.
No,
I
Portland.
will
is-
say, like, you have Telluride. I don't know. I'm curious to see how Banff stacks up. It in my mind, it's like the pinnacle of beauty for mountain ranges.
Yeah.
But
It-
you have,
and I think so from what I understand,
Yeah.
it starts at lower elevation and still has 14ers. So it's kind of that Alaska effect
Yeah.
of like,
Yeah.
It's probably going to look more impressive.
it's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stunning. Yeah.
They have girth. Yeah.
I'm excited. We're going to stay in a castle. My wife has already promised she's going to go knock on doors and say, "Do you want to build a snowman?"
Yes.
So
Yes.
we're going to do
For those people with kids. Yes.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
I just went to Disney on Ice, so yeah, yeah, that hits home.
There you go.
And on that note, make your way up to Canada. Come see me. I'll give you a flannel and a pour.
Enjoy your time at the Scarlett
cool.
Johansson of the mountain ranges. It's the hottest place you've ever seen.
Yeah, well, hey, that's I like that idea. Yeah, I'll take that.
Sign me up. Yeah.
Yeah, Troy, why don't you send us home for this week?
Keep her buttoned up, people.
Well,
I got to tell you.